Well, it's 9:45, or close enough. Actually, it's 9:46:30, but who cares? Good morning. Woody is in the building, and Dale Short joins us this morning for a chat. And good morning, gentlemen.
Good to be here. Late again, eh?
Late? Me? I'm never late. Whatever time I get there is the proper time, the way I figured that would.
Yep.
Dale joins us this morning. He is the host on Music from Home and puts the program together. Dale, where do you put that program together? At home?
I put it together at home, in my computer, in my back office, in the garage, and do it on Adobe, on an old PC, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, that's a good way to do it. I like to do things at home myself. I know that the program is celebrating a birthday, or did last Sunday. You've been on for a month.
Sunday was our 6-week anniversary. Actually, time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, it's been 6 weeks, and now I'm having more fun than a person ought to be allowed to have legally.
That's always good. Yeah. Okay, what kind of response have you had from the local music community? I know you've had some very good artists on and so forth. You still getting a lot of good response?
Absolutely. You know, when you start anything, you wonder, if the supply is going to hold out. And I knew there were some great musicians, but I never had a clue as to how many. And every time we have some people on, we get, a host of emails saying, you got to hear these folks, and these folks are invariably good. I used to... being a frustrated songwriter myself, I used to daydream about, you're sitting on some guy's couch and he says, this one I'm working on called Tequila Sunrise. And so I'm constantly having those kind of flips here. I'll be editing the show and you just have to quit because you get goosebumps. There's some beautiful people out here.
Oh, man, it's a quick story for you. Woody was telling me this story. He was talking to an attorney up in Haleville who used to be an old radio guy in North Alabama, and folks would come in and record music and so forth and so on. A guy come in one day, black guy, recorded a song, and after he left, the big joke in the studio was, man, that's the worst song I ever heard. Ha ha, that's going nowhere. Turned out to be Percy Sledge, and he was recording When a Man Loves a Woman. What did it sell, 10 million copies or something? I don't know, but...
a prophet is without honor in his own country.
But I tell you what I like about your show is the variety. I mean, one minute we've got a rocker going on, then we've got some guys who've been playing country for 40 years, and that's great.
I appreciate that. We're trying to mix it up, and we're doing great. We're coming up on our first electronica in a week or two. So. Okay.
All right. Well, tell us who you've got lined up in future shows. Okay. We talked about Pete Peterkin might come on, and maybe some other folks.
Right. Yeah. Let me run quickly over who we've had, and remind folks that on the website everything's archived 24/7. If you get a yen to hear one of these shows, you can look at CarolDaleShort.com, CarolDaleshort.com. And last night, of course, was Don Woodson and Diane Craig, some amazing songwriters. Week before that, we had J.J. Hatter, Jamie Bartlett, and then we mixed the Smooth Country Band with Evil Eye, and that was a contrast.
It really was.
That was a lot of fun. Before that, two amazing songwriters from right around here, Steve Norris and India Ramey. India's first album was just out in the fall called Junkyard Angel. Before that, we had the Spookhouse Saints, Skip Cochran. The first show was Gilda and Rick Watson and Michael Cannon. So we've had amazing stuff already. Next week, we kick off with an alumnus of Woody's, Ben Farley.
Oh, okay.
Good friend.
Songwriter.
Very talented.
And talk about variety. Ben is variety within himself.
Yes.
None of his stuff is like any of his other stuff. Had a good talk with Pete Peterkin, and he's interested in being on this show. He was on your show last week.
Funny guy.
New guy named Hunter Bell. Well, I say new. He's been around the music scene for a while. He does mostly electronica. Hunter is a visual artist, and he has a keyboard band named Chasma, and they program some beautiful, beautiful stuff. We'll be talking with Don Crocker within a few weeks over the Cordova Way. And there's a band that's, I think Ben tipped me off to, called Jasper Cole. And they're, to my knowledge, the only Irish band around here.
Huh.
And they are just stunning. And they throw in a hard rock cover done Irish style every once in a while. So the possibilities are endless.
Yes. There were those Irish girls I saw on Alabama Public TV did the Christmas stuff. I can't think of the name.
I'm blanking on the name, but I know them.
Beautiful voices.
Yeah.
Man, it was great. I watched that over and over and over again. It was great. and I've forgotten I can't think of the girls, the group, the name of the group. But anyway, what?
I'm drawing a blank on them too, and I'm trying to think of the older guy of the Irish band.
The tenor.
No, that's not it, Dale. Anyway, we can. I'm drawing a blank. We can move. Before we get off here, I want to. We'll get to that later.
Why?
You're over the hill. Belated happy birthday to you yesterday. And
Oh.
you're just. You can just hang them up now, pal. I didn't want to forget that.
How come I'm only 32, man? That's not old.
But many, many more to you, my
Thank
old
you, buddy.
friend. All right, you're welcome.
Woody always remembers my birthday. It's real easy for him because his brother has the same birthday. His is the 24th also, so he always remembers mine.
Daryl
Thank
turned 64 yesterday. Yes,
Have a good
Sure
birthday.
he did. Yeah.
Oh, great,
Good one.
great.
Did you sing that Beatles song?
When I'm 64.
Probably had it in his mind.
You know, I hear that sometimes, and I think about Paul McCartney and some of the guys there, and, you know, when they wrote the song and recorded the song, whatever, but now they're 64 or more, I guess, Paul McCartney. I wonder if he listens to it sometimes and thinks back, gee, when I wrote that, I never thought I'd be 64.
Never had any idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But Henry's Notions was one of those groups that may be
Notions,
similar.
yes.
They're from down around T-Town, I believe.
Yeah.
And then there's a national group out of Ireland that I can't think of the name. But anyway, that's going to be an interesting show, I'm sure, that you'll have coming.
I love the name Jasper Cole.
Yeah, that's good. That's really creative. Really creative. And like you said a moment ago, it's people would just be surprised at how much talent is actually here in Walker County, Jasper, and the surrounding area, and that you don't know about. And I know my mother was a songwriter, for example, and nobody really knew it around here. And when she first got into the business, she wrote a song for Gary and the Pacemakers, and it sold 1 million copies, and she didn't know anything about copyright laws, and they stole the song, and
Good grief.
we've got it in our system. It's called "I'll Be There."
Yep.
Wow.
And so that soured her on the rock and roll side, and she switched over to country and wrote several songs for Mel Tillis.
Holy smoke.
Yeah, I can remember. She always tried to get me to play an instrument. Everybody in my family could play an instrument, but me. I couldn't play anything. My brother could pick things up and just start playing them, and I couldn't play anything. They bought me a snare drum. I couldn't play that either. And she took me to her. She took me with her to Mel's office one day to demo a song for him, and had me play the snare drum. I'll always remember the look on his face. He was kind of puzzled, or something. I can't explain it. But
The drum kind of sounded like the way he talked. A little stutter in there, bud.
sort of like that, Woody. I can't play the drums like you do, that's for sure. But
Oh, thank you.
But that just goes to show you, though, there's so many people around here you don't even know about that's so very talented.
And so many people from the recent past. I got to interview Curly Putnam one time that wrote a song called He Stopped Loving Her Today. And the deep story was he couldn't get George to record it because George said it's a great song, but it just bummed people out. And I don't want to bum people out. I want to lift them up. And Curly said, but it's the saddest country song ever written. And George said, yeah, that's the problem. So Curly finally said, I tell you what, that 4-track tape deck I got, it's yours if you'll do a demo. So George did a demo of He Stopped Loving Her Today in return for an old 4-track.
No telling how many singles that sold back in those days.
No telling how many songs are out there that have never surfaced.
Uh-huh. I tell you, that's one of my favorite, old George Jones. I love old country. That's one of my favorites. A friend of mine is a friend of George Jones, actually. He's a big fan, and he can sing just like George Jones. You may know him, Scotty Alton. Mm-hmm. At any rate, he sings that one all the time, too, so that sort of brought that to my mind, but that's one of my favorites, too.
But people can become aware of this talent through the Music from Home series. That's what it's all about, exposing these people and
through you
kinda
guys
getting their back.
summer concert series too. That's been so much fun.
We've enjoyed that. It's good for downtown Jasper. The merchants like it, and the folks who work down there and break for lunch like it. And it's just kind of a laid-back type atmosphere there. Of course, we don't bring thousands of people into downtown Jasper, But a nice little crowd every Friday that just is kind of chilled out and enjoys the music. It's great. We've had a lot of fun with that. We'll have C.J. Harris on next Friday. I've never heard him, but what he said, he's really good. Have you heard him, Dale?
Haven't heard him, but I got to.
Yeah, they say he's really, really talented.
Came up through the Walker Viking football program. Great football player. Even a better person and an equally good musician. He's good, man. It's going to be a good show.
We've had some good ones on here in July, and CJ could be the very best. We may have been saving the best for last. I don't like to compare them because different styles and so forth,
right.
But CJ's really, really good. Yeah. And that'll be Friday at noon. So what else, guys? We're running out of time. We got a couple of 3 minutes, and we'll have to ski-daddle.
I got some good news yesterday. They're preparing the reprint of my old book, I Left My Heart in Shanghai, Alabama. The first book I published, it's been out of print for 12 or 15 years, and they're doing an anniversary edition, talking about when I'm 64, 20-year anniversary or something like that. So it'll be out in September, and we hope everybody will check it out.
It'll be at bookstores around the area, I'm
around
sure.
the area and libraries, and we'll even drop a copy off on your step.
Right.
Man, I've always loved to read. I'm not highly educated, don't claim to be, but I've always been an avid reader, and I love to read. I was rummaging around an old bookstore in Alexander City when I was down there in Dadeville, in that area, when I left here for a few years. And, of course, I read all kind of things, but Clive Cussler, it's just an escapist adventure-type book, and then so it kind of, I like it, I like his writing, some of it. But anyway, I found a hardback book, Clive Cussler, and I bought it for $1, and I brought it home, started thumbing through it, and I opened it up, and he had actually signed it somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've got that at home, signed by Clive Cussler. He's sold millions of books, though, but it's escapist adventure type stuff.
I want to go with eBay. Check
eBay.
the value of that on the eBay thing.
Another guy I like is Greg. I believe his name is Greg Isles from Mississippi over here. Writes I guess it's mystery or crime novels or whatever, based in the South, usually out of Natchez, Mississippi. But I enjoy reading some of his stuff too.
I met a writer one time whose hobby was looking through used bookstores to see if he could find his own books there. So he was at Bantam Books, and he found just a pristine copy of his first book, and he opened it up, and the title page said, "To My Best Friend on Christmas."
Miss Patty down below us here, bless her heart, she's gone now. She moved up.
Not.
Yeah, she moved. She's
not expired.
Yeah, right, exactly. But anyway, she always had used stuff down there, books and whatnot. And then somebody came in there one day, she told me, and found a first edition Harry Potter book and bought it for $3 or $4 and went and sold it on eBay or something for a bunch of bucks.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But you can find some real treasures like that. Well, Dale, let's talk about Sunday's show, and then we'll take off once again. What do we got coming up Sunday?
Sunday's show, we're profiling Ben Farley and a person to be announced. We always keep the second slot open. It probably will be Hunter Bell, a wonderful musician from Birmingham who does keyboard, electronica, Hearts of Space type space music, and he's got a great project going where for 3 Sundays in a row last month he had musicians from everywhere get together at Roho in Birmingham and improvise for 2 hours.
Man, I bet that was great.
That's right up Ben's alley. I hope Ben got to be a part of that.
Yeah, that was fun. So we're going to have an excerpt or two of the impro.
Well, Dale, thanks for joining us this morning, and thanks for the brownies here. Of course, we're going to celebrate birthday of the program.
Indeed.
And, of course, you'll be coming back on a regular basis to update us on the progress of the program and
Hope
so forth.
Hope so. Appreciate you having me.
And
yes, sir.
Enjoyed the Farmer's Almanac article today, Dale, in the Eagle. That's a good one. Hey, you got to get that hole in the book there.
The hole for the outhouse.
Got you covered. I'll read that shortly.
Yeah, check it out, man.
All right, that's going to do it this morning. Woody coming up next with The Woody Show, and the greatest hits of all times continues on WJLX.
Jasper's new home for the greatest hits of all time. WJLX AM 1240. Jasper. W268 BM FM Jasper. Oldies 1015.